Welcome to Cinema Bite, your go-to for movie recaps in a flash. Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. We start by meeting Jaime Reyes, who had just returned from traveling because he was living and studying abroad. Now, he has graduated from college and is reuniting with his family, enjoying the reunion after years of not seeing them. However, Jaime is shocked to learn from his family that they are on the verge of losing their home at any moment. The store they had opened was shut down, and they couldn't handle all the expenses, especially after Jaime's father suffered a heart attack and almost died. They had to sell many things, and now they are financially devastated. Jaime wants to help his family, so he starts looking for a job, but no one is willing to hire him despite being a recent graduate. His sister Milagro decides to help him by getting him a job at the place where she works, as a janitor at the mansion of Victoria Cord, the CEO of Cord Industries. One day, while Jaime and Milagro were working at Victoria's mansion, Victoria returned home, and we are introduced to her niece, Jenny Cord. We also see an advertisement for Cord Industries' project called OMAC, a super-powered suit with numerous features. Victoria planned to sell this invention to the military, but Jenny opposed the company working on the OMAC project because the project file had been closed long ago by her father, Ted Cord, the former CEO of Cord Industries. Jenny asks Victoria to stop the OMAC project, but Victoria refuses, reminding her that she owns the company and that Jenny only works there because of her father. Victoria threatens her, warning her not to stand in her way. When Carapax, Victoria's bodyguard, tries to intimidate Jenny, Jaime overhears their conversation and decides to intervene because he doesn't like seeing Jenny upset. Victoria fires both Jaime and Milagro for interfering and throws them out of the mansion, with Jenny following them to apologize for their dismissal. She gives Jaime her number and promises to find him another job. That night, Jaime is hesitant about accepting help from Jenny, but his father convinces him to call her and accept the job. The next day, Jaime's entire family accompanies him to Cord Industries, embarrassing him with their loud cheering and excessive enthusiasm. Meanwhile, Jenny sneaks into a restricted room at the company and steals a mysterious scarab from the premises, hiding it in a food box. The scarab was a crucial piece of Victoria's OMAC project. Jaime sees Jenny and runs to it, but the alarm goes off due to the scarab's disappearance. Jenny gives Jaime the box containing the scarab, asking him to hide it in a safe place and warning him not to open it. When Jaime returns home, he tells his family what happened, but they pester him to open the box. Milagro opens it, revealing the scarab. They toss the scarab around playfully until Jaime grabs it. As soon as he holds it, the scarab glows and attaches itself to his face. The family panics, and Rudy tries to remove the scarab, but it emits electricity, spreading throughout the house and throwing Rudy away. The scarab then enters Jaime's body, causing him to scream as his body begins to transform. His entire body changes, and a blue suit appears on it. Jaime hears a woman's voice inside the suit. It's the scarab's AI, Kajida, guiding him through the suit's abilities. She flies him into the sky, taking him out of Earth's atmosphere to view the planet from above for a few seconds before he starts falling. Before he hits the water, wings emerge from his back, allowing him to fly. He crashes into a car, and when a bus approaches him, the suit generates a shield, splitting the bus in two. Jaime eventually returns home, exhausted, and collapses unconscious. When he wakes up, he finds the scarab attached to his back and freaks out. He wants to go to Jenny for help, but Rudy warns that Cord Industries might have connections with the police, and if they find out about the military weapon inside Jaime, the entire family could be in danger. Jaime's mother forbids him from leaving, but he sneaks out while the family is distracted. He finds Jenny, who is fleeing Cord Industries, and they escape together in her car, evading Victoria's men. Jaime takes Jenny to his house, though Rudy disapproves of her presence. Jenny ignores him and asks about the scarab, shocked to learn it's attached to Jaime's back. She explains that the scarab is a powerful and destructive weapon her father acquired long ago, and that it chose Jaime as its host. Although Jenny doesn't know how to remove it, she knows her father's secret hideout might hold the answers they need. However, to access the hideout, they need a specific key located at Cord Industries. Rudy drives Jaime and Jenny to the company, where they sneak inside to steal Jenny's father's watch, which serves as the key to his hideout. As they try to escape, they encounter Carapax, Victoria's bodyguard. When Carapax charges at Jaime, the scarab suit activates, and they engage in a fierce battle. Carapax has a prototype version of the OMAC suit. Meanwhile, Jenny returns to Rudy's car. Jaime struggles against Carapax, unable to fully control the suit's abilities. Just as Carapax is about to kill Jaime, Rudy intervenes, hitting Carapax with the car and sending him flying. Jaime gets into the car with Jenny and Rudy, and they head to Ted Cord's mansion. At the mansion, Jenny uses the watch to unlock her father's secret lab, discovering that he had hidden his own superhero suit there and called himself Blue Beetle. Rudy remarks that Blue Beetle was a superhero like Superman and the Flash, though not as powerful. Ted was a genius inventor. Rudy begins hacking into the lab's computer, while Jenny and Jaime explore the upper floor. Kajida heals Jaime's injuries, and Jenny reveals that her father spent his life studying the scarab. Jenny's mother, Ted, wanted to become a hero on his own, but the scarab didn't choose Ted and didn't bond with him. So Ted decided to create his own superhero suit and equipment. He named himself, and when Jenny's mother died, Ted disappeared disappeared shortly after, and no one knew where he was. Jenny liked the bond he had with his family, but at the same time, she felt jealous because she wished she had a family like that. After Jenny opened her heart to Jaime, but Rudy interrupted them. He came to tell them that he had successfully hacked Ted's computer and found some information about the scarab. Apparently, the scarab had bonded with someone before named Dan, who was Ted's mentor. But the scarab left Dan when he died. It seems the scarab never leaves the person it bonds with unless they die. It stays connected to the person's brain and every cell in their body, protecting them in every way possible. Jaime felt upset after hearing this because it meant he would be bonded with the scarab for the rest of his life. He refused to talk to Jenny because he blamed her for his situation. Rudy then came to Jaime, cheered him up a bit, and told him, maybe your destiny is to be someone great thanks to the scarab inside you. Jaime started to accept it slightly, but then he saw a plane belonging to Victoria flying towards his family's house. He tried to transform and put on the suit but couldn't. He remembered Rudy's words that the scarab protects the bonded person, so he jumped onto the roof, and indeed, Kajida suited him up. Jaime flew back home and protected his family from Victoria's men. When Victoria saw that bullets had no effect on Jaime, she ordered her men to shoot at Jaime's family instead. Jaime shielded them from the bullets with his wings and defeated most of Victoria's men while his family ran to safety. But one of Victoria's men targeted Milagro, and her father, Alberto, ran to save her. He was shot and fell to the ground. Jaime was fighting Victoria's soldiers and then focused entirely on Carapax. Carapax was wielding a specific weapon to attack him, but Alberto suffered a heart attack and lapsed. Jaime tried to run to him, but Carapax struck Jaime with an electric weapon, bringing him to the ground. The Reyes family home exploded, and the family gathered around Alberto, distraught and crying over him. Meanwhile, Victoria's men captured Jaime. An ambulance arrived too late, and Alberto had already passed away. The next day, the family decided they had to rescue Jaime at any cost. Jenny took the family to Ted's mansion, where they boarded Ted's old ship, the Bug, and used it to head out to save Jaime. Jenny also allowed them use her father's weapons and tools. They devised an attack plan and set off for an island near Cuba. Jaime was imprisoned there, where they were also developing Omax. Jenny and the family arrived, defeating most of Victoria's men using the Bug. Jenny and Milagro sneaked inside to find Jaime. They discovered a lab filled with enhanced OMAC units powered by the scarab. Meanwhile, Victoria revealed her plan to create thousands of super soldiers, and the process of transferring energy from the scarab to the Omax would kill Jaime. Dr. Sanchez, the scientist responsible for the project, disagreed with Victoria's plan, but she forced him to proceed. The OMAC device connected to Carapax activated, causing Jaime immense pain as his energy was drained. Jaime's heart almost stopped, but he had a vision of his father encouraging him to accept his destiny and fight. At the same time, Jenny and Milagro reached Jaime's cell and planted explosives on the wall behind him. The wall exploded, freeing Jaime, but it was too late. Carapax had already absorbed immense power from the scarab. Sanchez tried to help Jaime, but Carapax killed him. Seeing Carapax, Jaime ran immediately. He couldn't fight Carapax then because the scarab had drained its power. On their way, the Reyes grandmother wielded a machine gun and eliminated Victoria's men. The family returned to the ship only to discover Jenny and Milagro were still inside the building. Jaime decided to go back for them. Jenny had lost consciousness after the explosion. When she woke up, Victoria had captured her. Milagro was being chased by Victoria's men. Jaime arrived just in time, his suit recharged, and killed the men chasing Milagro, saving his sister. She hugged him, but Jaime realized Jenny was missing. He went to search for her, but was confronted by Carapax, leading to a fierce battle. Jaime was losing, and just as Carapax was about to kill him, Rudy arrived and threw a rock at Carapax. Carapax fired a missile at Rudy, and Jaime thought Rudy had died. Enraged and seeking revenge for his father and uncle, Jaime summoned all his strength and attacked Carapax. Jaime overpowered him and was about to kill him, but Kajida stopped him. Kajida revealed Carapax's past to Jaime, as the scarab had connected with Carapax. Jaime learned that Carapax had lost his mother at a young age in a terrorist attack, became a child soldier, grew up in a harsh environment, and was later taken by Victoria, who used him as a test subject for the OMAC project. The painful life Carapax endured turned him into a hardened person. After learning his story, Jaime couldn't bring himself to kill Carapax. Instead, he helped him up. Meanwhile, Jenny was on the plane with Victoria, who claimed to have a backup of the scarab's data, allowing her to start anew and create more OMAC suits. Jenny inflated a piece of gum, causing it to expand massively, killing the pilot and causing the plane to crash. Both Jenny and Victoria survived the crash thanks to the gum. Jenny then destroyed the device containing the scarab's data. Carapax and Jaime arrived. Victoria ordered Carapax to kill Jenny and Jaime, but for the first time, Carapax disobeyed her. He turned against Victoria for treating him as a test subject and thanked Jaime for helping him remember. Carapax set his suit to self-destruct, dragged Victoria away, and killed her in the explosion, destroying the lab. Jaime returned to the ship and reunited with his family, Jenny and Rudy, who was still alive. They hugged and cried, having survived the ordeal together. Later, Jenny became the new CEO of Cord Industries. The Reyes family stood in front of their burned-down home, mourning Alberto's death. Jenny arrived to offer her condolences, gave Rudy a new car, and told them that Cord Industries will be responsible for rebuilding your house from scratch, and leaves them. She was coming back to her father palace, and Hemi follows her, offering to carry her and fly with her to take her there. Both confess their love for each other. After that, he takes her, and they head there. In Ted's lab, a message comes from him saying that he is still alive. And with that, we reach the end of the episode. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification button so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.